We've had the weigh-in and the fight of the century is almost here as Godzilla and King Kong duke it out to find out who's the toughest titan in town. Of course, these two monsters have fought before, back in 1963, but now it's time for round two. Records are already being broken and there's been some controversy building. Looks like it's going to be a dirty fight.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Godzilla vs Kong releases on HBO Max in the US on March 31st, in addition to launching theatrically simultaneously, but the movie is already out internationally. It's been a hotly anticipated movie, delayed a few times, most recently because of the pandemic, but it's now releasing at a time when movie fans have had nothing new for months and we just want something that's big, stupid fun. And it looks like Godzilla vs Kong is the film we need right now. So how well did it do? We've already seen some big film releases during the pandemic with Wonder Woman 84 and Tenet, but the performance has been lacklustre. Tenet took $363 million worldwide, but Wonder Woman floundered, taking only $165 million. Variety reported that Godzilla vs Kong's opening weekend take was $121.8 million. The closest comparison to previous entries looks to be Godzilla King of the Monsters. Its opening take in China was $66 million, just under the $70 million Godzilla vs Kong took this weekend. King of the Monsters went on to take $276 million international, plus $110 million domestic. Godzilla vs Kong is in a good position to equal the international haul, but it won't meet it domestic, not with theatre closures and the film going direct to streaming. But I think it's safe to assume the overall take at the box office will land between 250 and 300 million. If it does, that's a pretty impressive performance given the state of the world right now, and suggests we may be in for a good movie. Godzilla 2014 was a crushing disappointment for this lifelong Godzilla fan. After an intriguing first act, the movie killed off Walter White and left us with a cast of bland characters racing around the world, doing all they can to avoid the lizard. The camera averted its eyes every time Godzilla came on screen and led to a shockingly scarce amount of the creature in his own movie. Worst was at the midpoint, where they spent several minutes teasing the arrival of Godzilla in Hawaii to fight Muto, culminating in a tracking shot revealing the heroic kaiju, only to immediately cut away to the next morning. Because everyone wants to see rubble instead of two monsters punching each other in the face, right? But subsequent entries into the Monsterverse have been more faithful. Both Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters had plenty of kaiju action, and fingers crossed Godzilla vs Kong does the same. Of course, what would the release be today without some controversy? And there seems to be some review bombing going on over at IMDb, with the usual factions arguing on Twitter and the media over who's responsible. In a recent interview with Sci-Fi Wire, director Adam Wingard said one of his favourite films was Godzilla vs the Smog Monster. This was the first Godzilla movie I saw back in the 1980s, and I gotta admit, it was a crazy and weird movie. I only knew Godzilla from the animated series, and that film was so unexpected and crazy it just grabbed my attention. Wingard also says he moved the series into a destroy all monsters direction, and I hope this isn't just marketing speak, evoking the classics to drum up interest. If Wingard is hoping to bottle destroy all monsters formula, then this should be a good movie about monsters punching other monsters. Anyway, in a few days' time we'll know if the film goes the distance or if it takes a dive in the first round. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, punch the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support and see you next time.